Welcome everybody as we get into this next game. We are in a very special occasion. We're going to be in Acer.Bly versus TSL.Hyun. And if I am not incorrect, this is the semifinals, the other semifinals of the Zotac Cup. And I am so pumped to be seeing this. Yes, we're actually going to be able to get to see both of the semifinals. We just saw White Raw and Nerchio duke it out. I won't spoil that for you VOD viewers because we're going to be getting into this other semifinal. So awesome. So we're going to be able to see as many of the greatest best of threes as possible. And apparently Hyun is being very nice and just saying, wait, Chogosu? That's a combination of bad and good, because Chobo is bad and Gosu is good. I mean, that's probably a complete and utter oversimplification of the Korean, but that's basically what they mean. So now we're going to be getting to see these two players played out, and I'm really excited the fact that we get to see all of these semifinals. That's always a treat to see, because I mean, it's great to go quarterfinals, semifinals, finals, but to be able to see the games in fashion where you get to actually see the other people in the other semis and you don't just miss them, because you never want to miss the semis, especially in the Zotac Cup. The skill level is so incredibly high, it's great to not miss any types of games. And I do also want to say that normally on my North American account we do have the Stronger Team Color mod for specifically Zerglings, Banelings, and Zealots. However, my EU account, when I tried to get that set up, it didn't quite work out, so I have to redo that. So we're going to have to deal with normally colored Banelings, which is very sadly. Their fluorescent butts will not be visible to all of us, but that's alright. What I do need to do, though, is actually get the voting system set up, because right now it's probably still saying Nerchio and White Raw, so I'm going to pull that up right now. So if you guys would like, you can go to zanderfever.tv/vote and vote for who you think is going to be winning. And I would really urge you to do that strongly, as these two players are incredibly good and incredibly evenly matched. Bly, however, has got some of the most ridiculous strategies out there. He can be quite the cheesy person, and that makes me kind of almost nervous for Hyun. However, Hyun is one of the best defensive ZVZ players I have ever seen, and that queen buff just helps him so much more. I've seen him with a hatchery first defend, a 14-14 baneling all in, even pre buff to the queen's range. So I'm kind of curious to see how it's going to do, especially when you have Bel'Shir Beach being a common cheese map. Hyun is still confident enough to go for the hatchery first. And Bly, are you keeping your drones and gas? Yes, you are, and you're getting your baneling nest. So Bly is going to be going for an exact build, the 14-14 baneling all in. So now, guys, I urge you to vote. I'll be checking that out in a second or two. But Hyun is just getting out his queen. He's going to try and get this out in time to be able to defend, but he's going to need some spine crawlers, because Bly is going to be very, very aggressive with the lings and the banelings. We do see that Hyun is getting a baneling nest of his own, so he's going to try and skimp on the spine crawlers a little bit, but he very obviously does not have any kind of speedling play, as Bly, his metabolic boost is almost done, but you can see Hyun is just staring at Bly's I said that's the drones. Bly's banelings as they come in, and sadly, we're gonna just as they pop, we're gonna be able to witness the fact that they are unbrightened. Sorry about that. Okay, so now we've got spine crawler going down inside the main base. It looks like Hyun's got his other one crawling at the bottom, so he's gonna be able to land that. But with two queens in play, Hyun is gonna be able to she's going to be able to probably defend. You got to be really careful. If you can land the baneling hits, that'll be perfect. We're going to see him pushing forward. The banelings are actually, a couple explosions go down there, really important. And we see a huge amount of banelings get wasted on Hyun's queens. And that's really, really, really crazy for that, as, my god, that was an unfortunate trade for Bly. I think he lost, what, 8 Banes there? 6 Banes there? That's really crazy. We can see how the units lost tab is really showing that quite effectively. And also, just so you guys are all jealous, my mom just came in and brought me unagi don. So yeah, that's right, I'm going to be eating unagi in between the games, so I'm seriously pumped about that. Alright, so Bly is throwing down his hatchery. He knows that he can't really continue that attack. He just lost way too much in that. So I'm kind of curious about what your stream's thoughts are in terms of who's going to be winning that one after that. It seems that Bly's got all the votes. Wow, you guys do not have much faith in Hyun. Go to zanderfever.tv/vote and let us know what you're going to be thinking, because ZVZs, they're volatile and all that, but I mean, These players are so high class that we're going to be able to see some crazy stuff going down. We'll just note the fact there's no lair tech or anything quite yet. Very little gas has actually been mined. Both players are basically on a single gas guide. So now we're watching as Hyun is pushing forward, going to try and be aggressive. He may be able to pick off that queen if he's careful, but we see Baneling's getting wasted, and now Hyun's got to be really, really, really careful as we're moving forward. The Zerglings are... oh, they might be able to pick off a Bel'Shir too. There we go. Bane gets an explosion for Bly. And because of the fact that I can't believe for this game we don't have the color mod. Ah, that's such a big blunder on my part. What I'm gonna do, guys, is highlight one of the players' Bel'Shir so we can really tell who they are, because it's semi-clear. But right now we're gonna watch as Bly is gonna be streaming forward. Is gonna try and escape with his overlords. Looks like one is guaranteed to go down though. There we go. So that's a nice pick off. Losing overlords in the early game ZVZ is so detrimental to trying to play effectively. Okay, so now with the queen coming down at the natural expansion, we're going to be able to see Bly. Ooh, he's even getting his lair tech out right now. In fact, his lair tech is slightly before Hyun's. So Hyun was able to have a strong economy earlier on, but look at the fact that we're basically evened out. 33 drones to 30 drones. We've got 2 base versus 2 base now, and even though Bly wasn't very effective at the start of the game, he's just now fine. And we see Hyun's going to go for an Evo chamber, so we're probably going to see roaches out of him. Unless we're going to see the melee attack come out of him, in which case we may see Mutaling, which would be incredibly powerful as well. So now with the lair coming up at the main base, Bly is going to be done because he has enough to throw down Infestation Pit or a Spire in a second. We'll see what's going to go for. It looks like it will be Spire, so he's going to go 2 base Muta. He started his extractors going down, so he's going to be able to mine out a lot. Looks like Hyun may actually... yeah, he's got a lot of stuff going down. You're probably going to throw down an Infestation Pit for him and go Roach Infestor. That seems to be what's going to be going for, unless he just wants to get out a ton of gas for almost no other reason. But I'm really going to be expecting him to throw down an Infestation Pit because he's mining this quite quickly and he needs to get some kind of economy to support out the getting its infestors. Now, Bly's Spire is halfway done, and with that in mind, we're going to see Mutas hitting fairly soon. Luckily, Hyun's Evo Chamber is there, so he can always throw down Spore Crawlers to be very easily defendable early on. But this is a very late metabolic boost, but he really relied mostly on the Spine Crawlers, the Queens, and the Banelings to defend earlier on, so it's just fine. But it's going to take a little bit of possible roach count away. And I'm very surprised that he hasn't tried to take a third base, to be honest. We have passivity out of both players, and we see Bly being the one to take the faster third base, which is definitely odd considering that Hyun is more of the macro-oriented player in comparison to Bly. Alright, so now Bly is just running around with these Banes, trying to get in a good spot. We do see that Hyun knows exactly about the third base timing of Bly, so he may just go for a big attack. But with 8 Mutas on the way, plus the air assault attacks, whatever you want to call it, the Spire is going to be really important in terms of defense. And now we're watching Bly throwing down a single Spine Crawler. To be careful, we're having Hyun going for it. Ooh, that's a really possible bad trade for Hyun. The Banes, if they explode, are going to be really fortunate there. Get a nice explosion off there. So Bly has 4 Banes there in the back, but here come the Mutas, and Hyun has got a lot, but the Banelings for both players just explode, trading Baneling for Baneling, neither player choosing to really split or not being able to, but there's Hyun coming in with all those Banelings, and Hyun, if he can land the Banelings against those drones, but they're split very nicely, and we're having the Mutas targeting down the Banelings. We're having 1 or 2, how's the Bane? Oh,